Good morning YouTube, what's going on? This is Ambiment's End, and today I am on a new map again, and first of all I am sorry that I haven't continued building on the Windhelm rebuild, because the thing is I have switched the hard drives of my computer and my laptop, which is not quite correct because I have only built in the hard drive of my laptop, so my computer doesn't have a hard drive at the moment, and that's the reason why I can't record any time-lapse videos, and it's also the reason why you are getting a tutorial today. So I have seen a The Witcher 3 concept art picture on the internet, and I will put the link in the description if I remember, and it showed, well, it showed kind of something that looks similar like this. Of course it's not a rebuild one by one, and it's also not finished because there are some plain spots around here, like there for example. But I wanted to try out the Conquest texture pack in a different setting, so yeah, well, today we are going to build this house over here, and yeah, well, it's quite a simple house, but it's just supposed to give you an idea of the style with the hay, which I haven't used really yet, and yeah, if you like, I would also make tutorials of, well, some other buildings around here, and also finish this whole build here and make a cinematic or something like that. I haven't really thought about that, so let's go to the tutorial world, and I think that worked great. Time, day. So this one can be removed because this was my first attempt on recording this, and well, let's just remove it. So, you can already see the basic layout of this building, and I have also added in the floor over there. I hope you can figure out how to do this by your own. And I am not going to talk about the inside because the inside of this whole building is a little bit, well, empty. So, I think we should start with the layout. So there is a pillar, a 3-block gap, and then another pillar, and here as well. Over here are 2-block gaps between the pillars. There are 4 pillars down here, and this should be 5 pillars over here, and this is a 7-block gap, so you can place a pillar over here and make 3-block gaps out of it, but I I've made this side a little bit different than I usually do. So I think we should start with the fence, because the fence is quite simple. Well, maybe we can actually start with every pillar, because every pillar is going to be 2 blocks high first of all. And now we're going to start with the fence. So I am going to use oak wood stairs as well as half slabs, so that we get this kind of shape. So basically upside down stairs on the sides with a half slab in the middle. We're going to leave some space here for the entrance to the building. Maybe we can add in a fence. Yeah, that maybe looks quite good. I'm not sure about it. Let's just leave it there. So we're going to add in the stairs and the half slabs, and then we're going to place some fence on top of the stairs, and I am still building on 1.7, so I think they've added different fences in the 1.8 version, and I think they've also added in different colored buttons, because the buttons over here don't really look, well, you can't really see them, but they fit quite nice with this wood here, so I don't know, I didn't want to use the stone buttons, because this whole building is made out of wood and hay, so I think stone would not really fit, but those buttons here don't look perfect, I guess. Anyway, let's continue with the actual build, and the easiest way to do the next part, which is this row over here, is by adding in a row at the back of it, and then place the log facing the outside of the building, and then you can remove these this row again, and then add in more log so that you connect the pillars up there. So this is already the frame for the door, which I am going to place right now, and I'm going to place it from the inside because I think it looks a bit better. Although you get this kind of awkward stone slabs sticking out here, so maybe you want to place grass instead of stone there. And we are also going to add in the buttons. No, we're not going to do that. Let's first of all finish the wooden frame. So I'm going to do the back of the building really fast. And then we can continue with the frame up here, which is starting just one block diagonal up here, and then, well, go up diagonal until the pillars meet up here. And now we can add in the buttons. Of course you have to do this on the other side as well, but just for now I'm going to place the buttons first. So we're going to add in buttons up here, as well as on the log facing the outside. And yeah, well, I think it looks quite well if there is log with a button, but of course on this part here, as I've said, it doesn't really make sense. So let me quickly finish the buttons as well as the wooden frame, and then we're going to build the walls of the building. Now the walls of this whole thing were made out of jungle wood because it's a little bit darker than the wood from the outside here, and this side here is quite simple. It's just a normal row of stairs as well as a upside down stair and a row of upside down stairs up here, and it looks quite simple, but there's not much you can do with 2 block gaps. An alternative would be something like this, and then you have to add in something on the inside, like, oh, let me quickly get the jungle wood. Of course this makes the inside a little bit smaller, but maybe this looks a bit more interesting than that. Does it? Well, maybe. But for now I'm just going to add in the upside down stairs, and of course going to do the same thing on the other side as well. And then those 2 sides are a bit more difficult because I haven't added in a row of log like I would usually do, so this whole thing is made out of 1 piece of wood. And we are going to start with the frame around here, which is made out of the oak wood, and we are going to add in full blocks like that, so that they don't meet up here. But we are going to add in oak wood stairs, upside down stairs, and this one has to be a normal stair, I think. Yep, normal stair up here. And now we're going to fill out the rest with the jungle wood stairs. So there's going to be a normal row at the bottom, then an upside down stair row, and another one, and another one. So there you get this kind of shape, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side as well. And now we can finish our building with the roof, and for the roof we are going to start with some hay, which we are going to place on top of the log, and this is just going to help us building the actual roof. So you can remove those blocks in a minute, but for now we are going to place birchwood stairs, upside down stairs against the hay, so that you can't see it from this perspective over here. Now the reason I've used the birchwood is because it's quite bright as well as the hay, so it kind of fits with the colors, but if you're using a different texture pack, of course you have to use another block. And we're going to place normal stairs on top of the upside down stairs, as well as a half slab up here. And now we are going to remove those blocks here again. Now the reason is that we want our hay to look like that and not like that. Quite simple actually, but I think it looks better like that. And we're going to go until we meet up with the other side of the building, and I have just forgotten the buttons over here. So let me quickly place them and then add in the rest of the hay bales. Now in a next step we are going to add in more stairs, which are supposed to look like they would hold down the hay so that it can't fly away, and also add in the same thing we did here on this side of course as well. So yeah, let me quickly do this part here first, so that you don't get confused with the next step. So now we are going to add in stairs wherever there is a pillar down here, but of course not on the outside, because there it would be just next to the other row of stairs, and we don't want that obviously. So we are just going to go up like that wherever there is a pillar down here, and once we are done with that we are simply going to add in half slabs where, well, basically everywhere. So grab the birchwood stairs, add a row down here, as well as here, and here, and here, and here, and even up here. Don't forget the last block over here, and so like that you can't see anything of the hay if you look from above. But usually you would walk around down here so you can see the hay sticking out somewhere, and yeah, well, in the original building, or in the original build, I have used different roof designs. So this one has a lot of birch wood, of course. This one has a lot less birch wood up here, and I think over there I've built some thing that hasn't any birch wood at all, which is actually a mistake. Or is it? No, it's correct. Never mind. So I've tried out different things with the birch wood because I didn't want to cover everything up with the wood. There should be some hay, of course. So let's go back, finish this, and while I do this, I'd say thanks for watching and goodbye.